Thank you, salute. Welcome to another episode of AXIOM TV. How's everyone today? I'm Jason V. Sareve, aka A Radical, aka the King of the North, aka the Antichrist. And I want to touch on a topic that I know a lot of people are invested in, especially emotionally. But still, I liken myself to Socrates in Athens. I find myself going around society, modern day society, questioning why do we do the things that we do or believe in the things that we believe in, even though there's nothing logical substantiating them. There's no validity to them. And today's topic is birthdays. Let's talk about birthdays. When I think about birthdays, or when you examine birthdays, yeah, sure, everybody thinks of the celebratory nature of them. But let's really take a look at birthdays and their validity. And do they even have any? First, let's talk about what popularizes birthdays. In the Bible, his birthday is celebrated. His birth is celebrated by three wise men who show up to bring him gold, frankincense, and myrrh. Now, this hypes up the legend of Jesus, if you think about it. It exacerbates it. But in the end, why are they giving this man a gift? Why are they giving this baby a gift? Just for being born? Jesus hasn't even done anything yet. So why is he getting a gift? And also, do you notice that in the Bible they don't say that the wise men visited him every year to bring him gifts? They just visited him once. And here's another issue in the Bible when it comes to birthdays. How come no one else's birthday or birth is celebrated in the Bible? Not one other person, none of the disciples, none of the rich people or the evil people in there, none of the everyday folks are celebrated. So why are we celebrating birthdays? Are any of us Jesus? Are we going to heal the sick and give sight to the blind and raise the dead? So why do we deserve the same privilege as Jesus? Remember, just because we enjoy a privilege does not mean that we should be lost in enjoying it and not question it. We have minds, especially the ability of curiosity, to question. And that is what I choose to do with my mind, is question everything. Now, if you really think about, let's fast forward to modern day contemporary society. If you really think about birthdays, we are basically rewarding people for doing nothing. Absolutely nothing. There's no reason that you deserve a present just for being alive. What is that? What's the validation of that? What warrants that? Just because you're alive? If you think about it, birthdays teach us to be egocentric and ego-driven, which is ego-driven, and it gives us a sense of entitlement. Where each individual, yeah, you may say that, but it's awesome to have a day that I can celebrate, that I celebrate me being alive. Call me crazy, but every day you're alive, you should be celebrating that fact. Not on a birthday. Really, if you think about it, every day is kind of like a birthday in that, if you look at it from that sense. Every day that you get to wake up, you should be thankful for the opportunity of being alive. Not every year. However, did cave people or early man survive? Because remember, they didn't know about years, so they didn't have birthdays. So this is just a modern phenomena that we've, or tradition or custom that we've enacted and have adopted it and held on to it as if it is something that is necessary, that is a necessity, which is awfully funny for people who love to watch violence. Remember, we love football and we love boxing. We love fights. We love to argue. We endorse the death penalty. We tacitly advocate wars in other countries that can't fight us back. And a whole lot of people die there and they don't get to see their birthdays. No one cares about that. As long as you keep having a birthday, huh? Like I said, ego-driven entitlement. That is what birthdays reinforce. My other problem with birthdays is the self-contradiction of them. If birthdays are to celebrate life, what do a lot of people do on their birthday, or are expected to do traditionally for their birthday? Let's go get messed up. Oh, what'd you do for your birthday today? What'd you do for your birthday yesterday? What'd you do for your birthday over the weekend? What'd you do for your birthday? We're supposed to drink or get inebriated somehow. Drinking is poisoning your body. So to celebrate your being alive, you ingest poison. What happens to the presents after the birthday is long subsided? What happens to the wrappings of the presents when birthdays long subside? And we can include Christmas in this, since that's a celebration, an annual celebration of Jesus' birth. What happens to the wrappings and the presents after the presents have been ripped off of after the wrapping has been ripped off of presents, and after the presents have worn out their use? They get thrown in landfills, which destroys the earth, the very place that we live, the very place that we need to be alive. So we celebrate our birth by poisoning ourselves and destroying the place that we need in order to live. We destroy earth, a place that we need to live. Do you see the contradiction there? So I am lost when it comes to people being so defensive about celebrating birthdays, or people finding it so important to celebrate birthdays. If you really were concerned about celebrating your life for what it actually is, what you should try doing is growing as a person, as an individual, not physically, not being concerned that you're growing physically, because after we're done growing physically, our mind continues to learn. Long after our physical bodies stop growing, which is during our early 20s. We should be focused on trying to be growing as individuals in the mind, becoming better people. That would be the appropriate celebration for being alive. And really, you shouldn't wait annually to do that. You should do that, like I said, every day is really like a birthday when you look at it from that sense. Being alive is the opportunity to do the right thing, which is why nature made us error prone and gave us the wonderful minds that we do to discern between right and wrong. Being alive is an opportunity to be better, to develop. Notice that we don't just physically develop, but as I just stated, that our minds continue to take in information, which is learning. So we should be using that opportunity to grow cerebrally. Don't just enjoy privilege and be engrossed in it. Question everything. You've been given this awesome device known as a mind. Forget your smartphone, because it took a mind to create a smartphone. Forget entertainment, because it took a mind to create entertainment. You have the same mind as Einstein if you apply it. Don't just go by what society has given you to do as tradition and custom and don't question it. Because good Lord, thank goodness you weren't born in the time when pederasty was acceptable in Rome and in Greece. That's all I have on this topic. Be on the lookout for the upcoming book, Wild. It's an acronym for What is Life Definitively, where we take a radical and unorthodox look at life experience and ask ourselves, if there wasn't ever religion, what do you think life would be about? So be on the lookout for that book. It's due out mid-July to early August. And think or salute, peace and intelligence. Use today to think. Be the best version of yourself, because any other version is just an imposter. And you're just playing a character, and an unsavory one at that. Don't be willfully ignorant, because that's what sheep and talking parrots do. Not a cerebral species, as culture has rendered most of us. Be Socrates in Athens. Be a thinker, because clearly that's what we were born to be. We're a species of thinkers, of potential thinkers, if we give ourselves that chance. Don't forget, you're born within the information age. Take advantage. Never before has the general public has had this much access to knowledge. Take advantage of the situation, because remember, when you have knowledge, I think it was Gordon Gekko, the fictional character Gordon Gekko in the first movie Wall Street, that stated there's no more valuable commodity than information. And that's the truth. Knowledge gives you an advantage over those without it. So thinking gives you an advantage, a decisive advantage, over those who do not, over those who just follow. Don't be sheep and talking parrot. Think objectively, not subjectively, as culture has dog trained you how to do. Don't be a domesticated animal. Be wild. You like that? You like what I did there? What is life definitively? Look out for it. Mid-July to late July or early August. Have a great day. Bye.